What's going on, guys? My name is Cody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not I think it's a good time to buy a house in 2024. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably seeing realtors online shoving it down your throats that now's the best time to buy. And on top of that, we're seeing that rates are supposed to be dropping, prices are going to be going up, prices are going to be going down. There's a lot of confusion out there. So I want to go over a few things and help you guys out and kind of clear the muddy water. So what I want to do is give a little bit of my input and predictions as a real estate agent and investor. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I was previously an ICU nurse for 7 years. I ended up quitting that job and going all in on real estate and investing. And over the last 5 years, I was able to build up a $2 million real estate portfolio, including 5 Airbnbs and my primary residence in which I live in. So the first thing you need to do in 2024 in order to buy a house is smash the like button, subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. But do please like the video. It does help with the YouTube algorithm and getting this video out to other viewers. So to start out, I do want to say, yes, I am a real estate agent. My job is to sell real estate, but I do want to say that everyone's situation is completely different and you shouldn't just listen to other realtors or friends telling you that right now is the perfect time to buy. It really all comes down to where you're at in life and if it actually is the right situation. So if you watch this full video, you'll be able to kind of think, is it the right time to buy for me or should I keep on renting? So that brings us to the question of whether or not you should rent or buy. So let's put it this way. You're spending $2,000 a month and you have a 12-month lease. Over those 12 months, you're going to be throwing away $24,000 that could be put into the equity of owning a house. When you own a house, you're paying a locked rate every month. You're paying the principal and you're paying the interest. Now, a portion of that is going into the equity of a house, which is basically a forced savings account. And on top of that, over the years, the house is going to go up in value. Now, when it comes to rent, chances are at the end of that 12-month lease, your landlord's going to be increasing that rent. Whereas you just bought the house, you'd be paying that set rate every month. It comes down to it, whether or not you should rent or own. If you're currently in a steady job, you have consistent income coming in, and you don't plan on moving anytime soon, then it's probably better off that you actually buy a house, build equity, and let that house appreciate over the years. Versus if you're somebody who likes to hop around often, you don't really have a steady job, or you might be relocated to another area, then it's probably best that you continue to rent. Now, every market is completely different, and I live in Tampa, Florida, where the market has absolutely exploded. There's so many people that are moving here for job opportunities, to go to the beaches, to be in better weather, so it really all depends on the market that you're in. Comment down below, let me know what your market's like. Is it a frenzy? Do you have an influx of people moving in? Or is it kind of just steady, houses sitting on the market? Which honestly, we are seeing that even here in Tampa. We're seeing a lot of houses that are being listed for sale. They're sitting on the market for 30, 60, 90 days, and there's a lot of negotiation that goes on. All right, guys, so let's say that you're in the position where you're ready to buy. You're kind of 50-50. You want to wait on the sidelines like everyone else. You want to buy. Well, I truly believe that right now is one of the best markets to buy. Reason being is everyone has the mindset of, oh, I'm going to wait on the sidelines. I'm going to wait for prices to drop. I'm going to wait for rates to drop. The thing a lot of people don't consider is as soon as those rates drop, it's going to bring a lot of those people off the sidelines who are going to be competing for the same house that you're wanting to put offers in. And a lot of the clients that I've worked with over the last few years have kind of fallen off and just told me, hey, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what happens with the rates, with the prices of houses. A lot of them are kicking themselves currently. I have clients reach out to me wishing that they had bought over the last few years versus waiting. They say that for every 1% interest rates drop, it brings in 1 million additional buyers to the market. So think about that. There's limited inventory on the market, and now you have all these other buyers who are jumping in, competing. Prices are going to be bid back up. So I think that right now is probably one of the best times to buy, given that there's not much inventory and a lot of these buyers are scared and waiting on the sidelines. So I would recommend, if you are considering buying, right now is probably the best time, and you need to get with an agent, you need to get with a lender. At this point in the market, it's a little bit more of a buyer's market due to the fact that a lot of these houses are sitting a little bit longer. Now that could be because they're overpriced and people are still unrealistic and thinking they're going to get way more money like they were over the last few years. But prices are starting to come down a little bit. A lot of these sellers are starting to negotiate with buyers. They're taking lower prices. They're giving credits for closing. So right now, in my opinion, is probably one of the best times to buy if you're ready to buy. So let's say you're kind of standing on the sidelines. You're ready to buy. You're qualified. You have consistent income. You have a steady job. Here are the few things that you need to do in order to get ready to purchase a home. Now, one of the most important steps is to save a down payment. Now, a lot of people think that that's 20%. Well, realistically, you can purchase a home with putting down 3 to 5%, depending on which loan product you go with. On top of having the down payment saved up, you also want to have some money for reserves. That way, if there's any unexpected expenses that come up, a lot of lenders require you to have a savings account on top of that down payment. In case the fact that you were to lose your job or anything were to come up, you still have the money to cover your mortgage. Now, the next thing you want to do is work on your credit score. You want to have good credit. Now, typically having over a 740 credit score is going to get you the best interest rate possible. Now, once you have all these essentials taken care of, the next step that you're going to want to do is get with a lender to get pre-approved. Now, what they're going to do is have you submit an application. They're going to run your credit and let you know what your spending power is to see how much of a house you can afford. Once you get with a lender, the next step is to get with a realtor who is knowledgeable in the market that you're looking to purchase in. Now, this is probably one of the most important parts, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a realtor. it really is important that you find somebody who knows what they're doing. Don't just go use your best friend or your family who just got their real estate license, because this can in fact cost you thousands of dollars. So to answer the question on whether or not you should buy a house in 2024, it really all comes down to your personal preference, decision, where you're at in life, and decide if it's better off for you to rent or for you to own. Now, if you're in a position, like I said, where you're gonna be moving, it's better off that you just rent. But if you have a steady job, you have steady income, then you're probably at the point where purchasing a home would be much better off for you. And if you are ready to buy a home, make sure you get your credit above 740. Now, you don't have to have a 740 credit score. It just helps you get that best interest rate possible. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, interest rates are so high. Yes, that is true, but you can purchase a home, let's say even if it's 7%, you can always refinance down the road when interest rates drop and lock in a better rate, and you still have the same price of that house that you purchased it for. And what this will do is actually lower your monthly expense for housing. Whereas if you're renting, you can't refinance or do anything to drop your rent besides to go to somewhere that's less favorable, that's cheaper for rent. So consider this: if you're renting, you're only making your landlord wealthy. You're paying for their principal and interest, where if you go out and buy a house, you're going to be paying for your own, and you're going to be building equity and wealth. Now, make sure you go out, find a realtor who's knowledgeable and can walk you through this whole process. They do this every day, so for realtors, it's not a complicated process as it is for someone who buys a house every, let's say, 3 to 5 years. Also, if you're having an issue finding a lender, you can always find the realtor first. Typically, realtors always have really good references for a great lender that they work with to ensure a smooth process. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what your market's like. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll be answering all my comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.